The following video is not intended for children, and it's best enjoyed if you've either finished the MSQ up to the indicated level, or if you are like me, as bright as the sun, and aren't bothered by spoilers. Hello, Stake Driven here. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Proving oneself to Hydaelyn is never easy, and despite our unparalleled genius, we'll need a day to make it necessary calculations. You may as well take advantage of it. You can chart a course through the Sea of Stars in a single day, ye gods. Shall we head above ground for some fresh air? Perhaps a nap? And some chicken nuggets. I'm all out. Before I go in there, I want all your chicken nuggets. Now hold on, I want to make something perfectly clear. I don't mean a lot of chicken nuggets. I mean all your chicken nuggets. Are we gonna get another nighttime visitor? Well, you know, if I have a choice, you know what if I have a choice, you know who I want to see. He sleeps in his armor. Those nugs were tasty. Oh, he's dreaming.
There you are. Some time, indeed. Yes. For you, at least. Believe me, I'd meant to get some proper sleep. But here we are, drifting along instead. Well, you too. And so we remain, to watch and wonder.
Who is this? I sometimes have trouble distinguishing voices.
Yes,
apparently.
Indeed. To begin,
when they're on a similar register.
We first must see the end.
I'm much better with faces, I gotta tell you. Ow. Murph. It's morning already. Oh boy. Boone, I trust you've had a good rest. As well as can be expected. An envoy of Master Fulchinol arrived a while ago with a message. The Loperies had determined Meteion's location. Oh. We've been asked to go to the Rostra. I'll meet you there along with the others. Okay, let's go. Everyone appears to be present and accounted for. Good. As you know, the Loperies had deduced the whereabouts of Meteion by means of a crystal bequeathed to us by Hydaelyn herself. Your quarry's location is a place far beyond the moon. Far beyond the moon! In the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, at the edge of creation. A veritable Ultima Thule? Did you name it? Indeed. How then are we to reach it? An excellent question. Lucky for you, I have an equally excellent answer. Aww. In theory, with its advanced propulsion systems, the moon is capable of delivering to Ultima Thule, but the myriad of other facilities housed within would greatly impede travel through the Sea of Stars. Even the Mother Crystal may not possess enough ether to bear so massive a vessel to our destination and back. So the moon crystal, so the mother crystal is not like the crystal in Final Fantasy IX, where if you destroy it, you blow up the planet. It's just a lot of crystallized ether. However, if we integrate our hyper hopper into your aether burner, we should be able to fire things up and jump our way to the end of the universe in no time. Hyper hopper, Father, does this mean? Bear in mind, this decision was not made solely at my discretion, but with the consent of the Forum. Hearing the Loperids' proposal, the Forum faced a grave decision. To commit the Ark to this endeavor would mean abandoning both our plans to evacuate to the moon and resettle another star. Needless to say, the proposition invited fierce debate. You managed to get debate? You managed to get a debate done within a day? Hey, you guys wanna run for Congress on my planet? We could use some people with decision-making. Anyways. Decision-making speed. In the end, however, the Forum was swayed by the simple fact that Hydaelyn believed you possessed the strength needed to overcome the crisis. The Great Exodus was, after all, a plan of Hydaelyn's own making. Therefore, in the 11th hour, she would proffer another means by which we may seek salvation. We would be fools to dismiss it out of hand. Indeed, she sacrificed everything, her very existence, to avert the destruction of this star. That is why we have chosen to place our faith in Hydaelyn, in you. The Ark will be ready for your voyage to Ultima Thule. What of the people who've labored so tirelessly to prepare for the evacuation? They must be furious. I would not be so sure. They have not forgotten your deeds on the Magna Glacies. Nor did your instrumental role in orchestrating the delivery of adamantite go unnoticed. It was quite a spectacle. No, the people do not protest. Quite the contrary. They have expressed unwavering support for you and your mission. Are the Loperids too willing to abandon the Exodus? Were you not listening when we said we were born of Hydaelyn's love for Aetheris and its people? If it means your survival, we'll do anything to help! And you'll most certainly have need of our expertise where you're going. There's no guarantee Ultima Thule is a place that supports life, an otherwise vexing problem our know-how can remedy. Spacesuits. Besides, Hydaelyn chose us to lead the way to Meteion. Why would she give you a crystal only we can decipher? But more importantly, we were perfectly content to evacuate Aetheris until you brought us here, Urianger. And now we're enamored with the place, so what choice do we have but to save it? Of course, none of this is possible without you and the science, so I must ask, are you certain you wish to do this?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, why are you all looking at me? I know I'm handsome, but we'll avert the final days, no matter what it takes.
Very well. We shall inform the Forum of your decision, and begin preparations to bolster the Ark with the, Hyper Hopper. The Loperids will coordinate with the Ilsbar contingent to have the necessary components transported via the Tower of Babel. Of course, it will take time until the work is complete. For now, pray take your ease. 'Twould seem there's naught to do but rest and prepare. Shall we?
Yeah.
Ere we depart, we must leave nothing undone. Quite, though it is difficult to conceive of how one can best prepare to brave a domain where dynamics governs all. Nevertheless, Hydaelyn deemed us worthy of the trials that await. For lack of any feasible options at this late stage, let us trust in her judgment and face Meteion as we are. Which leaves us with the not-so-small task of coordinating our efforts here to you and Tataru. If all goes to plan, we'll be back before you know it.
I certainly hope so. We will be praying for your safe return. Mayhap it will affect the dynamos for the better. With that settled, we should get some rest, and make the most of the time we've been afforded. The meeting's over, is it? Oh, you were in there for so long, I started to worry. What did they have to say?
They're gonna let us do our thing.
The edge of creation. I see. Rest assured, everything will remain in order until you return. And you will return! Actually, Boone, can I borrow you for a moment?
You're not gonna make me chase your carbuncle again, are you?
Looks like your plans for the interim are decided. When the two of you have finished,
Phrasing.
let us meet back at the Bedesian Annex, alright?
Okay.
I assure you it does not involve a carbuncle at all. Come with me to the Agora. You have something to show me. Okay.
It's late. I shouldn't be out this late, I'll be honest.
Welcome, Boone, to Taru's boutique.
Oh?
I've always done my best to provide the Scions with fashionable attire, but in your case specifically, I make an extra effort to strive for the most functional yet stylish clothing one could ask for. Not that I'm playing favorites, but you are the warrior of light.
Oh, Tataru, I'm blushing here.
Faced with this unprecedented crisis, I knew you would need an ensemble unlike anything I've ever created before, and I wouldn't be able to do it alone. And so, after enlisting the aid of the world's finest artisans, I finally created my career-defining masterpiece! But then inspiration struck and I saw a golden opportunity begging to be seized. With the help of some Thanavirian refugees, I decided to set up shop here in Charlian. Of course, I would never charge you for any of our works, perish the thought. Varzad, how are things coming along? Everything is in order, Mistress Tataru. We'll begin to open shortly.
Yeah, I mean... God, the Assassins are gone, the frickin' Zodiac is gone, Hydaelyn's gone, the Scions... They're gonna have to, if they survive, they're gonna have to retire, and that includes Tataru, so maybe she could start her own business here. Yeah.
Which is why I brought you here, to be our very first patron. Would you mind waiting a moment longer?
Nah. Gotta be... did not expect to find you here. Who dat? Oh, you. Mr. Dragonheart over here. I imagine Nadana would also wish to offer her regards. Alas, after delivering our dragon scales to the engineers, she remained to assist with their work on the ether burner. That this simulacrum, too, will stay in Charlian while I oversee matters in Razathan. It is a rather convenient means to keep abreast of developments pertaining to the final days, or anything else. It also allows me, after a fashion, to watch over my people in this distant land. Farshan, I was hoping you stopped by. I can't thank you enough for allowing your artisans to work with me here at the boutique. Please, it is I who should be thanking you. Wait. Was that the super-based Shayla from before? Dumbass! This establishment has restored a sense of normalcy to their lives. You have blessed them with newfound purpose, and a means by which to support themselves in these troubled times. In fact, I came here to see how your new employees are settling in, and to express my gratitude for granting them this opportunity. It's an opportunity for me as well, believe you me. Your artisans have taught me so much about Thanavirian craftsmanship. Their resourcefulness and ingenuity are nothing short of inspiring. I can't wait to see what kind of wonders we come up with. I pray you every success in your endeavors, Mistress Tataru. No. Before coming here, I heard word of the Forum's decision, of what soon will be attempted. It was only then that I finally understood why my father called the star the last bastion of hope. Indeed, it was the last bastion, for the flame of every other star he encountered had likely been extinguished. Didn't I say that earlier? I'm not gonna bother doing a future me thing here because that's gonna just be brute force looking for where I possibly said it. In the boundless dark, the light of brimming life must have been blinding in its splendor. Your journey unto the heavens to protect that light.
May the scales of my kin serve you well. I have faith you will prevail and restore peace and tranquility to this star. Maybe we can get some colonists to go out to space and, start rebuilding the universe. I'm definitely going to come visit Razadhan when all is over, because there's going to be post-game content, we know it. And we should be honored to receive you. There is still so much of Razadhan you have yet to see. Yeah, it's like a really big tower, right? Forgive me, I must take my leave. Fare you well, and remember, the people of this star have not yet given up hope, and neither must you.
Tataru.
Where must I go to get a meal with some flavor in this wasteland of taste? Who? I'm Montelier. How's it going? Boone, old boy. My, whatever are you doing here? Oh wait, that's his brother's voice. Oops. A new boutique, you say? I had been meaning to expand my wardrobe, yes. Something with a little more flair, perhaps, befitting a man of my station. Though I've nowhere to flaunt said raiment, so long as my confinement continues indefinitely. Alas, the young Lord Fortom insists that so long as there is work to be done, no matter how trivial, I must abide here. I almost forgot his father retired, so now frickin' Artorial is Lord Fortom. Thus do I toll, every fiber of my being rails against it. Why, I've even suffered the company of that brute Sika to see supplies transported in a timely fashion. Yet he was the one who granted leave this morning to participate in some supposed covert operation. So I suffered instead for his otherwise welcome absence. Now burdened with extra busy work, and without Honoroy here, there's no one to prepare my meals. I came here in the hopes of finding a nice cafe. Alas, the Charlian delicacies I've sampled were lacking in every respect. If a hearty meal's what you're after, I suggest the last stand. The cafe over on the pier, their cuisine doesn't appear all that appetizing, but looks can be deceiving. If you vouch for the cooking, then perhaps I'll give it a try. Thank you for the suggestion, and ta-ta for now, old boy. Sorry, I can't not do that line funny.
Ta-ta, old boy.
Well, is that Boone and Tataru, I spy?
Oh, it's you. I tuned out when Hancock was talking.
Ah, Boone. Decided to spend your time at the markets, did you? Who dat? How long is this? Hey, Biggs and Wedge, how you doing, pal? They're Cockney, right? Tataru! Oh god, is he finally going to confess to her? Biggs, Wedge, I take it the work on the Ark proceeds apace. Apace. Apace? Oh, it does indeed. Collaborating with the greatest minds in Charlian and Razadhan has been a rewarding experience. And as to say nothing of what we learned from the Loperites. The Ark is unlike anything we've ever had the pleasure of working on. Even Nero was rendered speechless upon more than one occasion. He's not had a single line this whole expansion. Of course he's speechless. I can't wait to see it. And you'll never guess who paid us a visit before we came to Charlian. Alpha! I saw him in the cutscene. I think he sensed a coming danger and returned to check on us. He was always one to turn up in the time of need, and I suppose that's why he decided to join us here in Charlian. Good thing too. I don't know how he does it, but he has a knack for brightening your day just by being there. He's a cute little chocobo dude. It's still hard to believe that we have the means to send you off into the great expanse though. To the farthest reaches of the known, well, everything. I never thought I'd live to see such marvels, yet here I am. More often than not, you and the Scions are the catalyst that sparks the need of these great innovations. To think how much more I'd missed out on had I not been a member of the Ironworks. An awful lot of work, to be fair, and the privilege of being worked like a cart chocobo. Mumble, mumble, mumble. Hey, are you gonna confess to Tataru or not? Well, there's that too. As busy as we've ever been. I wish there's more we could do for you, Boone. You've done plenty, dude. But no matter what happens, we have to keep believing, holding on to that feeling, and one filled with even more adventure. When you head back, would you tell the engineers I'll be shortly along with refreshments? Aww. That's very kind of you, Tataru. They'll be glad to hear it. And on that note, Wedge and I should get going. Still a few more supplies to gather before we return. He's been crushing on her hard since A Realm Reborn. Oh, he's lingering. No, come on, Wedge, confess. Oh. The cute pose! The cute pose!
Terribly sorry for the wait. Right this way, if you please. Right. I don't believe you two have been formally introduced. This is Varsarud. I'll try to remember that. Varsarud from Palukistan. Palooka. It is her! It's a super base...
Oh yeah! Haven't we met before?
The super-based aura. Yes. It was you who helped Perusa, and again when crossing the ice field, was it not? I doubt we exchanged little more than glances then, but it is kind of you to remember me. Thanks to Mr. Tataru, I and many of my friends have found gainful employment in this foreign land. It's only natural to feel fear in the face of calamity. In such times, we must look to one another for strength and succor. I know not whether we will come to call this place home or return to Thavnir, but we are here today, and are glad to have contributed to the cause.
Oh, we're glad to have you.
Like, she was super cool. She's like one of the best NPCs, and contribute they did by helping make your new garments as durable as possible.
What you got?
We put our hearts and souls into them, and have every confidence they'll keep you safe in the battle to come.
Oh, you know your last outfit was really nice. It was a really warm coat.
Gods, to think how far we've come since our humble beginnings in the Waking Sands.
Yeah, when you were singing tro-la-lo-la-lo-la-lo.
From the rising stones to the falling snows, and even a certain insufferable someone's Ruby Bazaar. We were always fortunate to find friends along the way.
Oh, pat.
Even when you were swept away in the first, Grahatia was there to grant you sanctuary. I'll never forget the relief I felt when you all returned to us. I thought my heart would burst.
You've always been there for us, Tataru. You're a good friend.
Yours has been a long, long journey. Long journey. It's an Enya song, I think. And I've been privileged to watch, often with bated breath, as you persevered time and time again. For all the joy we've shared, there's been so much sorrow as well. But I've long since learned you can't have one without the other. Which is why I promised to send you off into the sea of stars with a smile.
You definitely made me smile, Tataru.
And you can be certain I'll be the first one to welcome you back on your return.
Oh, thank you so much.
In addition to your new ensemble, we've raiments and weaponry for every need, so please feel free to browse.
Ooh, it's not the usual color I go for, but it's really tough-looking armor.
You're back. I take it you've received your gift from Tataru.
Yeah, it's a sword. It's armor. Look at it.
It was a surprise long in the making, with many, many long hours of fretting to get everything just right. If you're looking for the others, though, they've taken their leave. Yestola, Thancred, Urianje have gone to the last stand for a bite to eat. Alize and Grahatia, meanwhile, thought their time would be better spent poring over books at the Numenon. As for Alfino and Estinian, they've elected to pay a visit to the Leviur estate, though Estinian seemed reluctant to go. I'm sure they'll be glad for your company, if you mind to seek them out. Should you be feeling peckish, I suggest heading for the last stand before Yestola and the others finish eating. But above all else, it would be foolish to run headlong into battle a fatigued mess, so remember to get a good night's sleep. Try as she might, Tataru had no chance of standing between you and a hearty meal. Don't worry, we have saved some for you. Hast thou perchance had opportunity to partake of the rainbow pudding, owing to its striking flavor and somewhat garish appearance? 'Tis quite popular, indeed so popular that the last stand stock hath been entirely exhausted. I should hope at the very least Puddingway did sup upon this most delectable of desserts. Boone, come to make a trio, a quartet, have you? Please, have a seat, and we'll see about getting you a drink. Ow. Oof, 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 ow, ow. Nice.
Your business with Tataru is finished.
Look at me, I'm wearing my new suit right now.
My, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
I don't know, Stola.
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
Yeah.
Feels like a lifetime ago that Master Louis Soir gathered us together to form the Circle of Knowing.
As I said in she was one of his original gangsters, right? His OG.
Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
Stola, you're one of the smartest...
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp. Yet that which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
I'm at the edge of my seat.
Ultima Thule, where the bringer of the end makes her nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine.
Hey, it's the strawberry cake! Oh,
But whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. For her.
just make sure you've got enough ammunition.
Oh, ye of little faith. I know better than to leave home without ample supplies, thank you very much. Didn't pick up the gunblade yesterday. And to think I used to prefer fighting from the shadows. Gods, I really have changed.
Yeah, quite a bit. You're still...
We've come far together.
Oh.
And if we have aught to say about it, we'll
Food
go
porn.
further still. Aye. We will avert this calamity and return home. In preparation for which, we must give thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust has settled.
What with the primals and Ascians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies.
Thancred, we'll still have our Thursday drinking nights.
In all seriousness, though, in uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
Totally.
Indeed. Though it was many years in the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change. With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out.
Don't talk about retirement! That's a death flag!
After all, there is no shortage of hands to bear the torch in our stead.
Maybe I'll...
You know, I never really considered I might live long enough to see an after.
I was thinking of buying a farm.
But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much would change. Traveling the world, going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
If you want to go on an adventure with me after this, I'm down. I am down anytime. I am down to clown, go fight some things wherever, whenever.
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess I too have yearned to see more of the world. If thou art amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee. Mine ability to affect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
Aye, well, improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you wear. What of you, Ishtola? Any grand plans?
Why, continue my quest for knowledge, naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds. 'Tis the least I must do if I am to keep my promise.
I'll come with you. I'll be your sword and your shield.
Should my pursuits prove unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you. And in return, I will take you to see Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
Spare me.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
Here's yours. My apologies for the wait.
Thank you.
Well, shall we make a toast?
Ah, I didn't get to answer. Yeah.
To victory.
Ad
To our
Victoriam.
comrades.
To the future of the star.
They're drinking the same drink together. That is actual pizza. I don't think I've ever seen her laugh and smile so much. Oh my god, this is so good. Leaving so soon? I suppose it is for the best. You'd rather not explore the bottom of a bottle with Urianger. If you'd rather not explore the bottom of a bottle with Urianger. Stola, you know which bottom I'd like to explore. I dare say the others would welcome your company as well, if you can find them, that is. In any case, as long as you make the most of your time, then that is all that matters. Yeah, I gotta make sure I see how Allie and Raha are doing.
And then I said to Butthead that he was a fart knocker.
They're both asleep. Oh. How do you sleep sitting up like that? You're not even wearing armor. This has gotta be the most wholesome thing I've ever seen. Oh, is he gonna take a nap too? Nice. Kryl.
Oh,
I've fallen asleep on my butt like that before. Hey, Kryl.
Knowing them, they're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come. Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late.
Yeah, they got a bad habit of doing that.
Unlike you and the others, I'm a few steps removed from the danger and excitement. The things you all get up to never fail to impress me. But by the same token, I can't help but worry. Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over. From the simple pleasures of tucking into a hearty meal or collapsing into a comfortable bed, to the grand triumphs of visiting legendary lands or finding true love. You deserve all the joy in the world.
Thanks. Is it true
There is
love
so
that we
much
have?
that life has to offer. So much to be treasured and shared with those we hold dear. So promise me this. Come what may, you won't give up on your own happiness. When you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all too easy to forget.
But I don't forget. That's why I fight so hard.
But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all. Remember that.
Yeah. He's dreaming of cheeseburgers.
This feels familiar.
It's good to see you awake, Grahatia.
Well, 'tis good to be... wait. What am I... Gods, don't tell me I fell asleep.
You sure did, Ra.
Not that there's any shame in it, but you were sleeping like babies.
At least they didn't...
Oh,
Yeah.
how embarrassing.
Grahatia is all embarrassed and Alize is just
Not a word
nonplussed.
to anyone. Understood? Not one word.
You're as
I'm
scary
told
as...
that sleeping in proper beds of your own choosing is a much more effective way to prepare for battle.
You're as scary as Stola sometimes. Ugh.
So, what were the two of you doing here?
I came to talk to you.
I had a few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
And you?
Just enjoying some peace and quiet.
Some pieces of quiet. This recording's been going on for a while.
What brings you here?
Shit.
Hey, Alfie. Hey, Estinian. How's it going? I just thought I'd say hi. You know.
Ah, so you were worried that the Levier household might again be gripped by turmoil.
Something like that.
All is well, I assure you. In my letters home, I had made mention of Estinian, you see. My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
With the pinkies out and all that.
Where were you in my hour of need? Fell beasts I can face, but I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lords and ladies.
Sorry, I couldn't find any guild hunts for us.
Well, I for one thought you held your own. Mother was the picture of delight.
I might have been delighted myself, were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink. The thought of fleeing crossed my mind, but what then? I'd never hear the end of it, least of all from Tataru.
She made that outfit, didn't she?
I'm sorry. 'Twas not my intent to cause you such distress. It's just... It was one of the things I didn't want to leave undone ere we set forth. That's not to say I think we won't be returning. Yet, given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today. After all, tomorrow is never promised.
That's right.
It's fine. Not like I had better things to do. Besides, seeing you with your mother brought back fond memories of my own.
Aww.
Be we rich or poor, family is family. Well, it's past time we were on our way.
Sorry, I just thought about those Dominic Torino memes.
Wait!
And how Asmon got a Dominic Torino cosplayer in his main thing and they're like good friends now or something.
Since I left home, I've made a great many mistakes. Mistakes for which I can never make amends. But through it all, you didn't give up on me.
That's true, he didn't.
To have returned here with you at my side, it means more to me than you know. Thank you.
Aww.
From the bottom of my heart.
That's sweet.
Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
I'm the one who owes you thanks.
I mean, we literally saved
Were
his
it
life.
not for you, I would not be alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit. I am ever grateful.
That was a great scene. The musical composition, the shot, oh god, the way the actors, oh fuck. You were never one to forsake a friend, Alfie.
No, I'm not. And I'm proud of that.
As you should be. God, I'm choking up here. This is like the ending of Final Fantasy VIII on steroids, man. Okay. Whew. That is all the time we have for today on Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In the next one, we're going to continue the MSQ. We're going to beat the ever-loving tar out of Meteion, which is gonna suck because she used to be so freaking adorable. Any road. See you in the next one. We're leaving ground. Will things ever be the same again? It's the final countdown. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.